If you're an empath who's doing all the things, journaling, visualizing, affirming, raising your frequency, but your manifestations still are not showing up, I need to tell you something that potentially no one else is telling you. The problem isn't your manifestation practice. It's not that you're not spiritual enough or that you don't believe hard enough. The problem is that you're leaking your manifestation power and you don't even realize that you're doing it. There is an energetic boundary that empaths who successfully manifest really solidly understand. And once you learn this, so much changes in the manifestation realm. I covered this very top level in a previous video of mine, and in this video I'm going deep into it with some practices that you can begin to do right now to really shift things for you in the manifestation realm. But first, let's talk about what actually happens when you try to manifest as an empath. So you set an intention, maybe it's for more money, more abundance, a loving relationship, your dream career. You do the work, you visualize it, you feel it, you align your energy with your coherence in relationship to it. And for a moment, you're in that high frequency. You're in the vibration of what it is that you desire. But then what happens? You go about your day, you interact with people, and without realizing it, you begin to absorb everything that they are feeling. So their doubt, their fear, any of their low frequency energy. Your coworker complains about money, and suddenly you feel their scarcity. Your friend vents to you about their romantic relationship, and now you're carrying their disappointment. Your family member is anxious about the world, and their anxiety becomes your anxiety. And just like that, you've leaked out of the high frequency energy that you cultivated, and you've dropped out of that manifestation vibration and into the third dimension and everyone else's reality. This is the manifestation block that really so many empaths bump up against. And you're not failing to manifest because you're doing it wrong. You're failing at it because you're enmeshing with everyone around you. And this is what is keeping your manifestations at bay and also destroying your energetic sovereignty. So here's something that a lot of empaths don't quite understand. There is a massive difference between empathic nature and empathic nature, someone who feels things deeply and can read energy and can read emotion, and enmeshment. Being empathic means that you can be with other people's emotions and you sense them quite keenly, but with an energetic boundary. You feel it, you understand it, but you know that it's theirs. You can stay in your own energetic field while holding space for theirs. Enmeshment, on the other hand, is merging with someone's emotions and energy without a boundary. You absorb it. You take it on as yours. You can't tell where you end and they begin. And here is why that matters for manifestation. When you're enmeshed, you're no longer vibrating at your frequency. Here, you're vibrating at theirs, outside of your body, outside of your body vehicle system. And if you're trying to manifest abundance, but you're enmeshed with your friend who's in scarcity, you're now vibrating at the level of scarcity. If you're calling in soul-aligned love, but you're enmeshed with your sister who's heartbroken, you're now vibrating at heartbreak. You can't manifest from someone else's frequency. You can only manifest from your own frequency. And if you don't know where you end and other people begin, you don't have access to your own manifestation power. You're too busy carrying everyone else's vibration to hold your very own. So how do you know if you are enmeshed yourself? How do you know if you're leaking this manifestation power that you innately have as an empath? I'm going to teach you something called the Tether Test. After you spend time with someone, whether it's a phone call, a coffee date, or a family dinner, I want you to try this out. First, check your body. Do you still feel their emotion in your system? Are you still thinking about their problems obsessively? Does your body feel heavier or different than it did before you saw them? Do you feel responsible for solving their issue? Second, ask yourself the question, is this feeling mine? If it appeared after being with them, it's most likely not yours. If it doesn't match your circumstances, it's absorbed. If you feel compelled to fix their situation, you're likely enmeshed. Third, do an energetic release process. Just a really simple one. Close your eyes and visualize an energetic cord or tether connecting you to the other person. And say either out loud or in your mind, I release what isn't mine. I return this energy to sender with love. I call my power back to me now. And you may even like to visualize, if you have a visualization capacity, visualize that cord just gently beginning to dissipate, disintegrate. You don't need to do any major cutting of cords because that can be quite dramatic and that can result in dramatic effects in the outside world. But just gently let it fade so that it can begin to complete that separation process. And after you've done this, notice what happens in your body. Notice if anything lifts, if anything clears. This is you reclaiming your energetic sovereignty. This is you stepping back into your frequency. And this is how you begin to become a powerful manifester. When you learn to maintain your energetic boundaries and when you can be empathic without being enmeshed, so much begins to shift for you. You can hold the frequency of what it is that you desire. You're not constantly dropping into other people's doubts and fears. You become a clear channel and your energy isn't muddy with everyone else's vibration. Your manifestations start to show up because you're finally vibrating at your higher frequency long enough for them to materialize. Because in our mirror universe, it really is a delayed mirror. And you need to hold your frequency long enough for that mirrored result to show up. So let yourself be in as high frequency as possible without constantly being taken down or drawn down by the perspectives, the fears, and the doubts of others. I want you to know something really deeply. You are not failing at manifesting or magnetizing your desires to you because something's wrong with you. You are just leaking some of that power that you have because you're enmeshed with everyone around you, with people, with the fear fields and the cultural field of what it is that you are immersed in daily. If you watch television and you watch the 6 o'clock news, you're probably enmeshing with other people's agendas and stories. And here is what I really want you to know. Your empath nature with boundaries equals magnificent manifestation power. Enmeshment without boundaries equals your energetic depletion and blocks to your manifestations, or at least longer delays to your manifestation. Start trying to do the Tether Test. Disintegrate, dissolve those cords, return what is not yours, and reclaim your energetic sovereignty in your life. Stay in your frequency. Hold your higher vibration and watch what you can finally manifest when you stop leaking your power into everyone else's reality. If this landed for you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know, where have you been leaking your manifestation power? Is there anything in particular that you've been overly influenced in the last little while? I'm sure most all of us empaths have been with the world as it currently is in 2026. But if you are really interested in learning more about being able to energetically be sovereign as an empath while stepping into your power, please make sure you subscribe. You can also grab a free audio down below called Tune Out the World, Tune Into You, and you may want to also come and join my new school community, Light Leaders. In it, just this last week, we had a very, very powerful conversation about what it means to be a powerful, manifesting, creative empath in a world that is constantly trying to tear us down. And we had some really juicy conversation about it. We keep each other accountable to our brilliance, to our dreams, to our next levels, without dropping constantly with the stories of what the world want us to believe. Sending you so much love. Mwah. Bye.